Here we are again. Everyone's new favorite guest, Kim D, is back. We almost didn't have her this week because she was running out the door to the Posh Fashion Show, the Iconic Posche Fashion Show. But she is here. Listen to these clips, some of the issues this past week, guys. I'm so happy that this Wolfpack officially has a name. I'm obsessed with the RHONJ guys, as is Kim. But we talk about it all. Of course, we talk about some stuff that I found out in the real world about Jen and Bill, stuff Kim knows. So here are some clips. Head on over to Patreon and listen to this full episode, breaking it all down in the real world and this past week's recap of RHONJ.
Will be good. So let's get to it. There's a lot of things in the blogs and the news that people have been sending to me. My good friend Luis Ruelas again in the news. It's all starting to come out. First he lies on national TV, and then somebody put it up. Really, I think it was Bravo and Cocktails. They put up his lie and the truth, because they put his face, what he said on the show and what he really said at the Warrior camp. It was hysterical. And then some woman made a comment on his personal Instagram, and he went all in on her. The women start bashing him, and of course he took it down. So it's starting to seep out. People.
He went in on her looks.
On her looks, correct. Well, because he's so gorgeous, he can do that. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, David, I know that you met Vanessa, but now you're going to have a chance to spend some time. She's walking the runway, so she'll give you the inside scoop, because Andy Cohen said, who's more iconic, Kim D or Kim G? And Jackie said Kim D, and so did the other guests. So shout out to Jackie. Thank you for the iconic, and shout out to Andy Cohen.
Listen, I think they all listen because they all have stuff to say to Teresa about Louis, and no one wants to fucking say it except Margaret. So they're listening. They're listening. But
they're listening.
Margaret asks one question about Louis, and she goes crazy. It's such a double standard. Well, a couple of things. I mean, can two narcissists? We'll have to ask Vanessa, our resident narcissist, Louis' ex. But how do two narcissists have a relationship? Isn't that like a non-starter?
Listen, I would think so. It's eventually they're going to buck heads, and one of them has to crumble, and it would be Teresa. It's not going to be Luis, because we see him taking over. We see him, the way he speaks to her, what he did at the engagement party, didn't invite a couple of her good friends, told the one friend, shut your mouth. This is about Teresa, not you. Stop crying. We see the writing on the wall, and Teresa's going to buckle, because Teresa called her good friend on the side and was crying and said, don't push this. Don't push this. I don't want to fight with him. So she doesn't want to fight with him. And she knows that, he's fighting about stupid shit.
What do you mean? You mean when her friend when she couldn't invite her friend to the engagement party?
The friend got very upset and she was crying.
It's so shocking that for someone who flips tables, throws an entire plate, she takes a whole table and shoves it in Margaret's face. She will literally destroy you. And yet she's a little sub bitch when it comes to love. Yes, she is. When it comes to love.
When it comes to love, you're right, David. What is it? A little sub
bitch. Yeah.
I can't. I love that. That's hysterical. A little sub bitch. Yeah, I got some inside scoop on that too. So Frank was fooling around with somebody in his office. And
you mean Bill, Aydin?
No, right? Frank.
Oh,
Frank. Let's go back to Dolores for a minute.
Okay.
Bill was too, but let's go to Dolores. So your people are gonna love this. So Frank's fooling around with somebody in the office, and Dolores finds out when she's pregnant. Dolores goes to the office and yanks the girl out by her hair, almost drags her right down the street. Yeah, I mean, she's savage, That kid Dolores told me that story. I cracked up. She yanked her right out of the office, found out who it was. So that's just that situation. But going back to Bill, you got some inside scoop about Bill.
I do, but I have some questions about this for a minute. So, I mean, this was Frank's law office, like his own law office at the time. Yes. And is this girl sitting at a cubicle? Do we know? I need a visual. I need to
behind a desk. Yes, behind a desk. And Dolores walks in like a lunatic.
So I had to go for my consult because they want to see you before they promise they'll do 800 things on you. And, you know, of course, everyone like you wants to talk to me about this shit because they know what I do for a living. And she's like, let me tell you, she's like, and this is a doctor, so she's in the community. She's like, Bill Aydin, like cheating is like the worst kept secret in New Jersey. She's like, and I told her then, I was like, I've known this for like 5 years. And she's like, we've all known this for like however many years. And she's like, listen, it wasn't just one sales rep.
4 children.
I mean, I was her fucking best friend for a minute, so I guess I should know.
You should know. But yeah, so you know, that's a horrible time to cheat, but it seems to me like that's when a lot of guys cheat. So he took advantage of the situation. She was home having kids, taking care of her babies, and he was doing his thing. And you know, people think men cheat at night. Most men cheat during the day. Just FYI, ladies.
Well, first of all, I mean, the boys are back in town. Let's
Yes,
cue the
they
theme song
are.
music. Like we got a whole, we don't need another cast member here. We got 5, 6
You got
new...
exactly. You got plenty of cast members now because, like I said, the
God.
guys are doing. Because you know what? Again, I'm going to go back to the word cacunon. A lot of them are cacunones. They like to get into the drama. A lot of men in general don't want to be a part of the drama. These guys all fit together because they love to talk. They like to talk shit.
Bill, well, I also think Bill, so they have this night out at our place, Fontana's. I also think Bill, after being reamed probably a new one from Jennifer, of like, you fucking better learn to stick up for me. Right. You know, at least message received loud and clear. He's like, I mean, it's almost like, how could he not stick up for his wife at this point? Like he has to.
People are nosy. People are, you know, inquisitive.
But now online, did you see that Bill is kind of coming after Frank Catania? But these guys are in it. They're getting press. And now
I know it's cracking up. It cracks me up.
When like Evan told him, just go, just,
oh
I'm like,
my God.
Evan has something to say now. What show is this?
It's listen to me. I'm watching it cracking up. And the guys, you know, they're all doing shots and the camera's on them, not even on the women, because they're having more fun than the women are. You know, it's hysterical.
And Frank Catania, for the 3rd time this season, I mean, I guess you just order an apple martini. What the fuck? Okay, Frank, you could take your apple martini. I won't judge you. I mean, I prefer a more manly drink, you know, Belvedere in a martini glass, straight up with a lime twist. Nothing else in it. Chilled, of course. But listen, we talk more about Frank. We talk more about the Wolfpack. We talk about, of course, Kim has some more real life info to share. And I get a little more detailed about what my visit to the doctor was all about and what she said, not what my visit was about, but, you know, what she revealed about Bill Aydin and Jen. Doctor community in New Jersey is very small. So head on over to Patreon, enjoy, and happy Saturday.